Hi everyone, my name is Kai and welcome to today's review for Snake Eyes. Before we jump into today's review, I just wanted to say if you wouldn't mind smashing that likes button and also subscribing. I do have a personal goal in mind which I would love to reach by the end of the year, and that is to basically hit 10 subscribers, yes, just 10. And of course, only you guys can help me achieve this, so if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button and helping me on my journey, it would be very much appreciated. But with that out of the way, let's jump straight into today's review. So essentially, Snake Eyes is the long-awaited sequel, remake of such, prequel to G.I. Joe, whereby it basically focuses on Snake Eyes and his origins of how he became Snake Eyes. Now, I'm just going to say this, I am not a fan of G.I. Joe. I wasn't a fan with the 2009 and 2011 movie, which had Channing Tatum and also Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And once this movie came out, or should I say once the trailers and everything came out for the movie, I didn't necessarily pay any attention to it and I didn't actually want to watch it. But when you're kind of bored and you just want something to watch, I basically decided to watch it, and that was that. And in total, I was correct because I did not like this movie at all, which I already alluded to. Now, for reasons as to why I didn't like this movie, it's pretty simple. The story, I couldn't necessarily get to grips with what was going on with the story, and also the length. Now, this movie comes in at around 2 hours, should I say 1 hour and 55 minutes to about 2 hours, and due to the story being as bad as it was, of course it's going to really drag, and half the time I was actually falling asleep. So, of course, you can already see where this review's going. Now, basically, the story aspect of Snake Eyes is that Snake Eyes' dad is kind of a secret agent for Joe, and he's infiltrating one of the Yakuza's, a Cobra kind of operation, whereby he ends up getting found out and essentially is killed because of it. However, in the due process of him being killed, Snake Eyes, as a child, witnesses his dad dying and basically wants to seek revenge and redemption for his dad's killing. Now, that would all be fine if it went that way. However, there's also another bit to the story, which is this. Snake Eyes is basically an orphan as such, so he hasn't really grown up with anybody, and in order to make ends meet, he's basically a cage fighter or underground fights in kind of a fight club kind of setting, and is recruited to join one of the Yakuza groups. And in doing so, he also infiltrates another Yakuza group to kind of gain knowledge and basically find this magical stone of sorts that is able to disintegrate people and set things on fire and things of that nature. That part of the story is where the film mainly lies on, and once it comes to the redemption side of the story, that's pretty much only for around, I would say, 10 to 15 minutes of the whole film. Despite this being a 2 hours film, majority of the film is just spent on him trying to evade being detected by the other Yakuzas and find out, I guess, what's happening as such. And the reason why he's doing this is because the first group which he basically joins, knows who the person is, but they want him to help them, so he does that. And you know, you've seen it all before basically in other movies. Now, another gripe which I have with Snake Eyes is the setting. This is supposed to be a prequel, however it's still set in modern day. Joe, if I'm not mistaken, has been around for ages and ages and ages, but it seems like they're just starting off like now, so it doesn't necessarily make all that much sense to me personally. When it comes to the acting, I think everybody does a pretty good job of what they're given. I wouldn't say there's necessarily any standout performances. Henry Golding is okay. I wouldn't say he's necessarily perfect. He didn't really kind of light up any candles for me. He was just okay. The only person for me who I would say standed out would be Haruka Abi. or Abby, I don't know how you pronounce her name, unfortunately. I think she was perhaps my favourite character in the movie. I don't know why. I didn't necessarily think her character had that much of a story. She was just kind of that bodyguard, or basically a side character as such, who's there to kind of help them and things of that nature. It just, Snake Eyes for me is just not that good, and it's just so, I think because it was so long, it's hard to keep up to what's actually happening and how to basically tell the story. But yeah, overall, I didn't like this movie. Robert Schwentke, I don't think this is really a franchise which you should kind of get into. I'm sure there's definitely going to be another movie due to the end credits which we see. But yeah, overall, Snake Eyes was a terrible movie, and I'm going to give this at first I was going to give it a 6, until I guess the last 30 minutes where nothing made any sense. So for that, I'm going to give Snake Eyes a 4 out of 10. Let me know what you all think in the comment section below. Apologies for the poor review. I've just came back as well from being 3 weeks of not uploading, so apologies for the review not being that good. But yeah, let me know what you all think in the comment section below, and I'll see you all later today for my review for Suicide Squad, or should I say the Suicide Squad, which I was supposed to upload 3 weeks ago, but unfortunately I didn't. However, now I will. So I'll see you all in my next video, and yeah, peace.